It's time for Fifth Host, when we talk about what you're talking about. Actress Gwyneth Paltrow has been married since September, and now she is sharing some surprising new details about her relationship. The Goop beauty mogul revealed that she and her husband, Hollywood producer Brad Falchuk, only live together 4 nights a week, and that he has his own house. She says her friends envy the arrangement and that her intimacy coach approves. But people on social media have had mixed reaction, so DBL Nation, would living part-time with your partner strengthen or weaken your relationship?
All right, Georgia from Facebook says, for once I agree with Gwyneth on something. My husband travels a lot for work, and I think the time we spend apart really strengthens our relationship. Georgia, there's a reason the phrase, the absence makes the heart grow fonder, has been around forever. I think you have to miss somebody. I always say, you go do something over here, I'll do something over here, we'll meet up, we'll talk about it, then we'll go do more stuff. I think it keeps things fresh.
Marco from Facebook says, I love coming home from work to my wife every day. I don't think I'd like this. Well, I fully respect that, Marco. You know what? I think every relationship is very different. So my grandma and grandfather, they were together for 80 years and they never spent one day apart, and that was the best thing in the world to them. My mum and dad, my dad worked away all the time, and so I grew up seeing him, you know, intermittently, and they've been together for 30 years and they're very happy. So I think each to their own, but I agree with Al. Absence make the heart grow fonder. It's good to miss someone. It's good to be excited to see them, you know?
Yeah, Henrietta from Facebook says, this is definitely the kind of living arrangement that only rich people could afford. My husband and I sometimes struggle to make ends meet. As it is, there's no way we could afford 2 homes. Henrietta, I think you speak for everybody almost on this topic. How about different rooms, though? Just think about it like that. When I have to wake up really early, I'm going to be honest with you, my wife sleeps in a different room. I sleep by myself. She's up with the kids all night. I don't mind that so much because it's once in a while, but I couldn't be away from my kids or my wife, for that matter, for like 3 or 4 days a week. It just wouldn't feel right to me.
Well, Rhonda from Facebook says, absolutely not. It's like these couples who don't even sleep in the same bed. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I think living together is an all or nothing deal. You know, I probably would think differently about this, only my parents did this for 20 years. Until recently, in the past year, my parents did not live under the same roof all week. My dad would travel back and forth because his funeral home was 2 hours away from where we lived. And my parents made the choice not to uproot the children and have to start our lives somewhere else. It was a very selfless thing, and they're going to be celebrating 40 years together under the same roof, finally. So I think it can work, and it also gave me expectations for how things worked with my husband now, because I moved to California and he lived in Colorado. So I understood that we could make that work because my parents set that example.